Hello, guys. Welcome to the 5th episode of the All or Nothing podcast. I'm here, Dinesh, with my three friends. We have Anthony, supporting Al Nassr. We have Vishnu, who's representing Al Ittihad, and Gurms, representing Al Ali, and myself, Dinesh, representing Al Hilal. I think that for the 5th episode, as the way the 4th episode ended, the fire between Anthony and Gurms was real. And it was only real because of the much anticipated game of Al Ali versus Al Nassr, which I believe Al Ali took the L on that one.
I have a comment. Can we bring the referee as a special guest?
Dinesh, we don't need to talk about Al Ali. They're irrelevant now.
They're
wait, how many points? Wait, you say this.
We don't need to talk about them. We don't need to talk about them, but they're not relevant anymore.
If you're this
Let's talk about the relevant clubs. Okay, Al Nassr. How did Al Ittihad do this weekend? I don't need to talk about this irrelevant club.
All I have to say is I don't know how much you paid the ref, but
let's have some structure. Let's have some structure. I think we should hear from Gurms first. Let him talk on his team before we get to Al Nassr.
You want to go to the irrelevant club first?
I mean, yeah, you know, like
this guy's like a little child right now. Let me be rational.
Let them have their moment in time, and then we start talking about the wins, the dubs.
So I did say it would be a game of goals.
Up there at least.
I did say it would be a game of goals, which it was, and it was actually a very entertaining game. And I'll be honest, out of all the games I've seen in the Saudi Pro League, I think the atmosphere was probably the best I've seen.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It was amazing.
So much that Ronaldo's first goal was
pretty much players everywhere.
Players everywhere. No, but it did sound absolutely.
But
it was going off for one.
But yeah, that was
I was gonna say, was it a derby? Because it had a real derby sort of atmosphere to it.
I mean, it's not really a Classico if you were to call it that, because one team is from the capital and the other team is not from the capital. They normally have derbies within cities.
Same city, yeah.
But it is a big game nonetheless. It is a big game nonetheless.
It is now with the players.
Yeah, especially with the players. But look, one team's sitting 5th, one team's sitting 6th. One guy's very happy about sitting at 5th, with the same points. He's very happy with that.
What was your prediction?
I think I predicted 4-3 to us, or 3-2. I think
3-2. You predicted.
Yeah, but I knew there would be there would be no clean sheet in that game, which was, I mean, if you watch that game,
no, if you have Mendy in goal,
it was a very open game to watch. But the third goal they scored, if anyone watches that, comment below, do you think that was a foul or not? Because I spoke to Anthony before this and he was very silent when I asked him.
I didn't say because I don't want to. I don't want to chat to someone who's irrelevant.
No. You're waiting for their approval to be like.
You're talking about the Mane foul.
Yeah,
the Mane foul. When VAR, there was not a foul. He got the ball.
He got the ball.
Yeah, but when it comes to fouls, if you get the man before the ball, it's a foul. You can
his ball was, his leg came in, the ball rolled kind of under his calf, and all of it happened at the same time. If you slow it down, you can't guess milliseconds and be like, he was there 1 millisecond before.
That's where VAR comes in, which I believe they got the decision wrong.
I get that, but if you have three,
not clear and obvious, simple.
But obviously, when the ref gives
obvious.
it, I mean VAR. I think it was if it was. Oh yeah, but the ref gives it anyway, so it would have to be if it's clear and obvious, which I think it was. I think it was.
I don't think it was clear and obvious. I think you're stretching.
It's not. Yeah, but let him keep going on with the excuses. So keep going.
If VAR had a problem,
come to our home and we'll see.
To the screen. They would have told the ref, come to the screen, have a look for yourself again, and review the decision. They didn't even have to do that. There was no foul.
Yeah,
there.
but when they do that, they just don't. The ref always gives it in VAR's favor. There's like one incident where the ref has overturned VAR's decision that way. Like, so say VAR says go to the monitor, you just expect it to be overturned.
Yeah,
they always go with whatever VAR says.
That doesn't matter. It wasn't clear and obvious, is what I'm saying. It was whatever you say. It doesn't take away from the quality of the goal. The goal was
the goal was a good goal,
and he's done that twice in 2 weeks now.
I don't know where Tellez was sent.
Got
sent to like the shop. I don't know what they call corner shops in Saudi Arabia, but
just quickly, you say it wasn't clear and obvious. It was nothing. It doesn't have to be clear and obvious. It wasn't a foul. There was no mistake.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
saying
I think,
if he's calling it as a mistake, it wasn't a
Oh.
clear and obvious mistake for it
Oh,
to have
But it
been
can still be a
overturned.
mistake, but it just have to
It's
be
not,
clear
but
and
in my
obvious. And that's where
opinion,
the
it's not a
line.
foul. I already said it, it's not a foul. But if he's saying it's a foul, it's not a clear and obvious foul for it to have overturned the
Penalties.
referee's
Some of these
decision. It was
decisions
a
are
quality
shocking.
tackle. And it was, I mean, yeah, I agree. The penalty decision was shocking. I was going to bring it up, but at least you did. Well done.
Penalty decision.
Well
Which
done.
one? Oh, the only penalty.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't many
But
penalties. We didn't need penalty
even the
to score
discussion
against your
no.
defense,
Wait,
mate.
one second.
Your best
Even the
defender got
discussion-
sent to shops. He was
even the
going left and right,
discussion
left
that
and right.
We spoke
Your-
before this, and
my-
Anthony was
my-
like, "Yeah, it was a foul. It was a foul. It was a penalty."
I think we should go for the first goal.
Ronaldo turned.
Before we get on the fourth goal already, I think we should go with the first goal. But I think we should do it from the perspective of Ahli. I mean, the ball into Kessié, that in itself was
Oh,
a
their
great
first goal.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. We'll get to that one in a second. We'll get to the 4 goals for Al Nassr for sure. But Ahli's first goal, that was I think it was Al Majad, and he put that in outside foot, put Kessié through and slotted it in.
Kessié has been making those runs all season. I think for Barcelona, he was they played him more of a deep lying midfielder. But for us, he's very much it's a bit like Jude Bellingham. He makes those runs into the box when he needs to at the right times, and I feel like he's done that a lot this season for us. Like he does chip in with a lot of goals. Mahrez again, brilliant. But yeah, the game just went against us. They're playing at home as well, so of course you do expect them to win with Ronaldo, Mane. So yeah.
Yeah, you expect them to win.
You do expect them to win.
Yeah, you have a
but yeah,
team.
when you come
the
to
smoke
ours,
you've been given, I thought you know.
Well, look, in the end,
expectations would have been thrown out the window at that point.
In the end, the points are the same, so we'll see at the end of the season. That's when we get the real last laugh, mate.
What's your goal difference? Your goal difference is it's quite a bit to be fair. 10 goals.
Yeah, but again, it matters. The points matter. It's all about the points.
If we go with Al Nassr, I guess Tony, then the 4 goals.
I say you start. I say don't start with the goals. I say you start with the misses. What about Ronaldo's miss? The one
Yeah, he missed one tap, bro. Like everyone misses those tap-ins.
The greatest goal scorer of all time.
He could. That is fine. If for me, the first goal was decent. Nice little finish into the bottom corner. Then we had the 2 Talisca goals, which were actually obviously the one that we're talking about, the contested one. That was a banger. That
was a great goal.
Like, you know, it was great. And then even the header one, I mean, it was just right place, right time, but it was a good goal. And then Ronaldo more or less changing the whole penalty area into a dance floor for their defense, with Demiral doing breakdancing moves, and I don't know what Mendy was doing, like 2 quick step or something, like moving left and right the way it was just peak to watch his old defense, Al-Ahli's defense, just falter. But I think it was a good game. I mean, obviously defensively, I think we could have done better. The penalty, yeah, but it's kind of like he's gone into the back of him like it's a mid-turn. It could have also not been given. I don't think again.
No, he didn't mean to foul him, but it was a foul.
Yeah, but
even if he meant to. Or
the
not
first
Al-Ahli
goal was good. Agreed. And obviously what Mahrez did, bit like that goal for the third one was decent as well. But for me, like, we dominated the game. I think we had like 60% possession, like more passes, just more. It was just our game really.
Yeah, but at home you expect that. You come to our place and we'd probably do the same
We'll
to you.
do that again. I don't know. I didn't see enough to show a balanced team out there. To be honest, I feel like most of their big players just were missing. Like Mahrez was present, kind of.
Mahrez was
but the
present,
rest of
kind of.
You're talking about the last goal. Please tell me what else he did.
What do you mean? He was pretty
Go
much
on, let me know.
player. What,
for
you
the
want me to
last
take you
goal.
through the whole game? Okay, come
No,
on.
but I'm saying I'm saying okay. Kessié got the goal. Mahrez got 1 assist, but more or less, you know, I don't think.
I think you're looking at just stats of like goals and assists. There is a whole 90 minutes of him playing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Please tell me about the 90 minutes that he apparently did these bits in.
So you're saying he was just present and he didn't do much?
I'm not even saying he was present. He turned up for the last. Yeah, I did.
The whole game.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know what game you watched.
Okay. Okay.
But
that's what I mean. But all right. Okay. How did Firmino do? How did Saint Maximin
I
do?
think I think
How did
Saint
Demiral do
Maximin,
except getting twined left and right?
but
How
like
did Mendy do except
even last
conceding
week,
4 goals?
no, I can't
Basically, a
defend
whole
Mendy.
spine got
Even last
broken.
week, I did mention our defense is, even I could admit, they're shocking.
Yeah, we know.
And I feel like a
know.
lot of the I don't, maybe it's not just ours. I feel like there's a lot of teams conceding a lot of goals, like the top 5,
Yeah,
top
I
6.
think
They do
I think
concede a lot of
the
goals.
attacking teams are.
I think it's just the
there needs
league
to
in
be-
general, but yeah.
There needs to be a mention of Mendy in goal for at least 2 of those. That was absolutely.
I did
Should
mention
be,
that last week.
Like even
Mendy
I think even
can't defend Mendy.
the Talisca goal, the banger one, I think he could have done better there, in my opinion. I mean, I know it was a banger, but it was kind of straight at him. It wasn't like top bins or anything. It went. It was like middle of the goal, and it just kind of lobbed him, hit the post, and went in. Hit the like top bit of the ball.
It can catch you off guard, but you'd think of someone of his quality can at least get a hand to that.
But
I don't think Mendy's had a good game this whole season.
Yeah, but he was doing quick stepping. Like he was like, I don't know. He was.
I don't think he's had a good game for like 2 years.
Get it in the corner. You kind of got a center, more towards the center, and Mendy should have at least. Yeah, he should have kept that out. I don't think it was. I mean, it's a great finish nonetheless. I mean, he sent the Ahli defender.
Demiral.
Yeah, Demiral.
No, I think Talisca's one was harsh.
Their best centre back.
Talisca's one was harsh, as in I don't think you say he should save that, but I think Ronaldo's one, I think he should have done so much better.
The fourth one,
with that one, yeah, so much better.
Absolutely.
And yeah, he hasn't.
Someone of his
had a good
quality
game
for sure. I mean, he's a Champions League winner. You'd expect him. They bought him for big money.
Yeah,
they did get him for big money. He's got a
big money. I think he came for like 15 million or something.
Yeah, but you imagine
if you look at some of the players,
his wages are going to be one of the highest in that club.
Like Al Nassr signed Otavio for like 60 something million euros or something like that. Like that for me is big money.
And he's delivering on the pitch.
I don't think he played that well either.
We won 4-3. I don't care if we.
But it doesn't mean
we just you've lost. You are now irrelevant according to your own words. By your own standards, your team are right now irrelevant.
Look at the point.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? By your own standards, my guy.
I did get a comment last week saying remove
Anthony. Sixth place teams. We don't talk to sixth place teams anymore.
That's what I mean. This is like I could play you the clip. Go back and watch last week's episode, guys. And this guy will be like, "You're sixth. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. You're sixth. You lot got relegated last season, bro, and you had the nerve to call us irrelevant. You were relegated. The only reason you're in this league is because the league got extended.
If we got relegated, so you're calling us bad, you got the same amount of points as us right now. So really, you're
7 games in.
You're just
7 games in. We are on a 7 games in. We've won the last 5 games. You've lost the last 2 out of.
It doesn't matter. We've got the 2. Same.
You've lost 2 out of the last 3.
But what difference does that make when you got the same points?
Well, now the tide has turned. We'll see. We'll keep going.
There you go. We'll see. We'll keep going as well.
As I said in the first and the second episode, it's not how you start. It's how you finish.
There you go. I agree.
And you lost started well, but the way it's going for you, you're looking at another relegation season because we're on our way up. You're on your way down.
I want to say right now, definitely have the momentum. They are the team to beat at the moment.
I mean, they do have the best goal scorer, arguably that's ever lived, and they've got the same amount of points as us, which he's calling us a previously relegated team. He's trying to call us bad. Look at your points.
Form is a big thing, right? So. Like Anthony said, you've lost 2 in your last 3 games. Carrying that forward, Al Nassr on their form, it's very likely they're going to win the next league game.
Yeah, but very likely doesn't win you football matches. You have to win the football matches.
Yeah, but when you're on form, it's such a big difference.
Yeah, and form's changed. You win one game, and then the form goes out the window, doesn't it? That's just one game, so you have to take it game by game. Like you can talk about, but you can talk about momentum, but you've got the same amount of points.
Let me be honest with you, yeah. You're not winning your next 2 games either. I'm just.
To be fair, we got. I think we
got our Ittihad, then our Ittihad.
Yeah, you're not winning on October 6th.
You're like
it should be an
all the chat you're giving, you lot are looking a bit in trouble right now.
The only thing against our Ittihad you might have is Benzema's still injured, right? So he's still out of it. That's the only hope you have. So you just pray his injury doesn't get fixed by the next 2 weeks.
I'm not. To be fair,
You're not worried about Benzema?
Oh my
It's not
God!
just
You
worried
know,
about Benzema. You got a good team overall.
your
We'll
next
see.
October is an interesting month for you lot. So you've got Al Ettifaq next, then you've got Al Ittihad, then you've got Al Weda, who are currently sitting 7th in the league, so one under you, and then you've got Al Hilal.
Yeah, that,
Let's
well,
have
hopefully,
a chat at
Al
the end
Hilal,
of September, my guy.
Neymar should self-destruct that team.
Let's
Hopefully
have
we'll
a
win that
chat at
game.
the end of October. We
Yeah,
need to have a
that's-
chat, me
I'm
and
happy
you.
about
After all this, yeah,
Oh,
you're
no,
happy
we will
about
be
it.
there. We will
Let's
be
do it.
there.
Oh my
You know what'd
God,
be funny?
this
We all drop
guy.
off. Imagine
What?
if we win the league. You'll all be crying.
That's optimistic.
Look, in the end, one of us will
Your
win the
defense
league, and then we'll
and
see
your
the others.
goalkeeping. Oh my God, I actually have to respect your nerve, bro. You called me delusional in
Listen,
episode 2.
I can hold my head up
You
for my
need
team.
medical attention.
I can
My
hold my head up.
guy. You said you're gonna win the league.
No, I said
And you
one of
can hold
us.
your head up.
No, this guy does not listen. This guy always takes something. He takes it out of context. I said one of us is going to win the league, and
What
the
did
rest
he
of
say
us
before
won't.
that? Vishnu, what did he say?
He said they're gonna win the league.
Yeah,
I did not
that's
say
what I
that.
thought.
We'll
Yeah.
repeat it.
Delusional.
Yeah.
To be
Delusional.
fair,
I think
the
that
best way to
sometimes
win
we
the
just
league
need
is
to
a well-balanced team.
let him talk, and he'll dig himself a hole. I mean, you've been doing it for weeks. I thought you would have come over a bit more.
You call
ability
me
to
you call me
yourself.
crazy for the Salah deal. And look at you now, winning the league. Come on,
No,
that's
but
more outrageous.
Yeah, the
wait.
Salah deal is still it's
Wait,
still
Salah
one
played,
of the
didn't he?
top
Wait,
howlers out there at the moment.
wait.
That's
Salah
gone.
Salah
That's gone.
scored
That's
those
gone.
goals.
You're
He scored
currently
those goals
6th.
now.
You're irrelevant. You can't
He
speak.
scored those goals.
You're 6th.
Nah,
But
I-
Salah scored those goals.
Dinesh, we don't need to talk to the irrelevant guy
Yeah.
anymore.
I
We
think
can.
we should go up the table, and unfortunately,
Oh,
Unfortunately.
that.
unfortunately
mean
for you guys,
you're
we're
going
still
down the
undefeated. We're still
table?
undefeated.
Oh, you
Sitting
got
second.
crybabies in your team, though.
Sitting second. Sitting
Sitting
second.
second, but undefeated. Can any of you guys say the same?
Sitting
you guys
top.
say the same?
Can any of you say the same? Can you say the same?
Undefeated? Cool. Can't say
Well,
it.
you'd rather be
No.
undefeated or
Okay,
be
so
top of the league.
let the undefeated talk now. It's undefeated chat. Yeah.
All right, go for it.
So we
Who
drew
did
against
you
Damac.
lose your winning streak to? Yeah,
we drew against Damac. It was
14th in the league.
Yep. I've seen all the stats, seen it all. Watched the game, and unfortunately, we didn't deserve. We deserved to lose our undefeated streak. Honestly,
Oh.
we were from the 9th minute when Malcolm scored. After that, they peppered us, peppered our goal. They could have got at least 2 or 3 goals. I think it was Cisse up front for them. He was a threat, but he's not clinical enough. He's not clinical enough to really make it. But Bono saved us a fair few times. Our defense just seemed shaky all game. It wasn't good, and our debut start for Neymar.
£200 million and you can't beat Damac.
Yeah, it's for £200 million, and you can't put the. You couldn't
Can
put
I,
the ball
can
in
I,
the back of the
let
net.
me ask you a
He
question
had
here.
3 good opportunities. Could have got a
Do
hat-trick.
you think that he thought that it would be easier than it's actually turned out after his first
I
few?
do feel I do think the way he played, especially against the Mag, he took it. He was just a bit too. It was like he was trying to play around like in a playground. I think he took it way too much easier. Yeah, I think you're right.
Like,
He probably took it. He thought this would be way too easy, but it just seemed too luxurious. Like
Yeah, but you can't just
put some
blame
grit in your
one player. You've got quality players around on that
we do,
first
we do.
11,
And
you
honestly,
still
Malcolm
won
was
1-1.
playing well. Mitrovic was still doing his thing. He was linking up play. He didn't really get many chances up front. But then, again,
Neymar gets his first chance. Neymar gets his
chances.
first 2 or 3 starts, and Mitrovic starts showing a decline in form.
I mean, there's probably a case for letting them.
I think you played better without him.
No, I mean, there's been one game. I'm not going to go too far. There's been one
2
game. And
games.
there's probably
It was the same in the Champions League.
Yeah, but he got like 4 assists in that, or like 2 assists. But he was involved in every goal.
No, you
Was it
drew in the
not in the
Champions
Oh,
League.
sorry,
League.
Champions League. Sorry, the Asian Champions League. Yeah, no. I think in the last Saudi Pro League game. But yeah, no.
But these should be a walk in the park for you.
It should
for
be.
that,
It should
for that
be.
first
And
11.
like I said, if he scores 1 of his 3 opportunities, we're talking different about Neymar. We're saying what a great debut start for the Pro League, the Saudi Pro League.
But the
that's
way
all
he
ifs and buts,
missed
isn't
them.
it?
No,
don't
it's
know.
not even that.
He's just chipped him.
For
I was
me,
like,
it's not even
put
that.
your-
It's the
put
fact
your
that
foot
the way
through.
he missed them was pretty bad. Like even like I think 2 of the one-on-ones he had, like waiting for the ball to bounce, then wait until the last minute for the keeper to come out, and then chipping it that horrendously.
Yeah,
I can't
it
see
wasn't
him
good.
do that if he was at a PSG or a Barcelona or something, because I
Yeah.
think I don't know, but I think he probably thought it's going to be a walk in the park, and it's kind of testament to the league that it isn't for a player like him. That he's had a difficult start because the teams have been able to stand up to him, and not
Yeah,
not
that's,
everyone can do
I
what
think
Ronaldo
he should have
does.
got. I think he should have got subbed as well, and he didn't get subbed
Have they stood up to him?
based
I
on
feel like he's
performance.
no downfall more than the league itself.
why is he his own downfall?
Because
He's
if
a
you
great
see
Because
player.
the chances he missed,
But I still don't think
it
you should
wasn't
just blame it
because it
on
was
one
great
player.
defending. I mean, he still got. I'm not blaming just him. There was our defense was appalling. The game we got absolutely bad. Our midfield, Milinkovic Savic wasn't great either. He had an absolute howler too. But when you're the marquee signing of the club and you had 3 clear-cut chances, there should be an expectation that you finish at least one, and you didn't. So
But you can't. You do know what kind of player you're buying.
yeah,
But
but
when he's not on it, he can.
But what did we say
ruffle some
when we
feathers.
voted him as being the best in the league? We thought that this would give him the opportunity to be the main guy, be the main man to take the
The,
club
the,
on
o-
his shoulders.
the only thing I'll say
He turns,
is only his second game. However, when you pay 200 million, just saying second game is not enough. I don't think.
I
But it
think
is a second game.
in today's world and market, you for that kind of money, you're expecting immediate results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, let's give him a couple of seasons to embed himself and get you. No, you're
He's a
expecting.
seasoned professional. He knows
I was
what he's
gonna say,
doing.
yeah, he's not. It's not a
and he has
prospect.
quality players
He's
around
there.
him as well. So it's not like
Mm.
it was
That's what I mean.
just
That's why
him.
shocked about the result. You should be winning
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah, we should be, but we drew. But at the same time, it could have, like I said, we should have lost. We should have lost, and we didn't, and we managed to get through it with a point, and we keep our undefeated streak.
Well, you
And
know what?
I know
And as a
I keep mentioning that, but again, it goes to that point of momentum.
yeah, but
It
as
does.
a Al Hilal fan, who's more important, your manager or your player?
Yeah, see, it's similar to the story that we had with the Benzema and Nuno's conversation, wasn't it? But
I think if it came down to it, I think manager
I mean,
goes.
at the moment, it's rumors, right? It's rumors. He hasn't actually come out of. I don't think a tier 1 source has really come out and said that what Neymar's done. According to rumors, he's gone straight to the leads, whether that be the board of Al Hilal or even PIF. But he's asked them to be. They asked for Jorge to be sacked because they haven't got along.
And I mean, they've also apparently like with
And
some
I
of
don't think
like
he
at least
can.
some of the news outlets are saying that they've already given him a warning, but it's I think what it's saying is because of the 2 draws that they had, they're not really happy and they want it to and you say it's 2 games, but at the same time, I understand coming from the board's perspective. If I was on the board, you're not expecting with the money you've spent to be drawing
Yeah.
to teams that you drew to. The gap
No.
is massive. At least at this moment in time, the gap is huge. So there is a point where they could have spoken to the manager either way, but you feel like it doesn't matter if it's a Saudi Pro League or any other league. And if it was going through this kind of an overhaul where players like Neymar or Ronaldo or Benzema are coming in, they hold more weight than the managers do at this moment in time because they're the ones that are attracting the fans. And
But the thing is that, like, all of this has come off the news outlets, though. Yeah, if Neymar was that upset about all of this and he went to the boards to ask him to get fired and stuff, from our Ali's official social media pages on the Saudi National Day stuff, he was there. He was excited to be there. He was happy. He was all dressed up in traditional clothing. The whole
Al
squad was having
Hilal's
a laugh.
official page.
Yeah, sorry, Al Hilal's. They're all having a great time. They're all laughing. Like, it didn't seem like there was any problems, and that's more recent than anything else. So I don't see it being a problem. If he's happy at the club, they had one argument. Doesn't mean you get fired after one argument. He's a new player, new manager. The manager wants to obviously put his style of play in. If they are saying let's do it this way, they can have an argument. They can have a confrontation. Doesn't mean fire him, let him go. Like, no, it's not necessary. What's the point if you can't have an open discussion about tactics and be like, no, this way is going to work. I'm the manager, let's do it this way. Yeah, but I'm Neymar, let's do it this way. You can have a confrontation. Doesn't mean get everyone out. You can still have.
I'm in two minds with it personally. I don't think he.
Yeah.
I think the story is fake.
You're second in the
I'm
league.
in two minds in that sense because
I think
he
the
does
story is
strike
fake
me.
as well.
I mean, I can't imagine him going straight to the board after 2 games saying that he wants the manager sacked. But at the same time, he's pretty much been given a kingdom, keys to the kingdom with the signing. They've literally given him everything he's wanted, and he probably does hold more power. In fairness, he probably does hold more power.
I was going to say if it
at
did
the
come
same
to
time,
the manager
power
gets-
comes to your head. It gets to your head,
and what I was gonna say is like the reason for the argument, or at least what from the few outlets I've read, is because of his attitude on the pitch and how he's not seen to trying as hard as the others are, or he's not. It doesn't look like he's shifting his full weight.
I agree with that as well. When you watch,
to be fair, it's not the first time someone said that about Neymar. Right?
Yes,
That's been.
Why are they surprised? I don't know why they're so surprised. That's
but then
how
you do know what you're buying. You're buying someone who can
Get you the
can
goals,
show
not the
that
defend.
who can actually show that it looks like he doesn't care sometimes, and then sometimes it does look like he can just turn it on when he wants. There are players out there, and you kind of pay for that. You
it's
pay
a
for his
luxury player, isn't
stardom,
it?
and then you do pay for the downfall that he can bring sometimes in that sense. I feel like he knows as well, even if he plays at like 50%, he's got a goal or assist in him, and maybe he thought that in this game and it didn't work out for him. And I feel like he's at that age now where I don't know if he can just switch it around and just give it 100% all the time. He probably can, but does he want to is a different question.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the question. I guess this whole topic poses: does he really care? Does he really care for the club? Does he really care for his career? Does he really care to be that top player, or is he just come for a stroll in the park? That's yet to be answered, I guess.
And to be honest, that kind of show, in my opinion, that kind of shows you just kind of maybe leaning away from the topic, but in regards to the mentality players like Ronaldo and Messi have compared to what Neymar achieved in his career, because you feel like Ronaldo, Messi, at least Messi in the MLS and what he's doing, and Ronaldo here in the Saudi Pro League, they haven't dropped off. They're still aiming for the best, and they still want to win the trophies. They still want to do the best they can for their teams and keep adding to their careers and the legacy that they've built. Whereas Neymar has more or less, from his time at Santos and then Barcelona, after that has maybe been on a downward trajectory, even PSG. And I mean, it was unfortunate with everything that happened. It's hard to say, and how he fell out with the fans and things. But you can see that the Saudi Pro League has offered, like Mane, perfect example, where he's fallen out with the Bayern faithful, and also with some of the players there and whatnot, and also with the injury problems. He's come to Saudi Pro League, resurrected himself. Same with Ronaldo and what happened with United. Same with
you can pretty much say that for every Chelsea player that's gone up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so I mean,
much.
and Mahrez as well to an extent. I mean, he was in and out of the Man City squad. He's come here. He's doing bits here as well. So Tellez, same thing. Like, there are players who've done it, and Neymar has the opportunity to do it. And you really hope that the league provides him with everything that he needs in terms of his personal life, but then he needs to give back on the pitch with with the entertainment level, and also with the skill and technical ability that he has. Like, he can
I think with Neymar, he needs to love what he does.
They've given him everything.
Yeah, but then you can give him everything, but he's it's not like he had nothing before. He's multi-millionaire anyway. I mean, he knows he can get money whenever he wants.
Yeah, but the reason
you can argue
there now,
he may have came for a payday. I mean, that's an argument you can put in the air. Did he come for the football? People do say that. They do come out and say I came for the football, but when I see him on the pitch, I say my just straight instinct is he doesn't care.
But do you think he cared at PSG, Barcelona, and everywhere else?
I don't think he cared as much at PSG.
That's him, though. That's him.
At Barcelona, I feel like the only place he really cared in Europe was Barcelona.
But his demeanor is like that. He looks like that lazy player. Like he has that look of a Ozil or a Pogba. They're quality players, but they just look lazy because they don't track back and whatever else. Now, if he's meant to track back, that's up to the manager. the manager's got to draw that into him. But you don't buy a player like
Nah, but
Neymar to track
you buy
back.
that. Yeah, you don't buy him
100%.
and just
Yeah.
think, oh,
So
I'm gonna
he's-
make him track back.
Yeah, so
play-
he's
play like
got
Especially in the
Neymar,
Saudi league. No offense to the Saudi league, but you would buy him as a luxury player and you would give him that luxury, and he
Yeah,
would
exactly.
expect it coming into the league because it's a new league.
That's, in my opinion, that's fine. But when he's not providing the
Yeah, but he has
attack,
to provide.
it's not
if you're
even
a luxury player, you have
it's
to
not
provide.
even the fact that like I can understand it, and with having watched Neymar play for PSG and things, but I haven't watched the Al Hilal game to the extent, you know, to kind of back up what happened. But having watched Neymar before, you know that he can have shockingly bad games where he just
Oh yeah,
tr-
absolutely.
like, you know,
But
where
the-
he's just
just-
unnecessary,
oh,
where
yeah.
he, you know, he could turn a completely flowing counter attack into an absolutely shambolic event where he tries something, loses the ball, and then, you know, and then he just sulks or just walks back after he's lost the ball. And that kind of things is where I think he could do better. And he's got the opportunity to do better because he doesn't have everything else around his footballing life should more or less be being taken care of. So now he should be able to focus on this and deliver, and, you know, deliver to the high levels that he has done previously.
Yeah, although we are basing this off a small sample of games, and I do think that he is going to come back. But he is going to come back, put in more performances, get more numbers on the board. You hope, but more so just make more impact on the team itself. And as him, Mitrovic, Malcolm continue to like gel together, there will be more goals to come. So I'm promising. It was just frustrating to have drawn against to drawn against Damac because like we all said, we should be winning against teams like that. But that is football. It comes with surprises. I guess there's nothing inevitable. There's nothing guaranteed in football, at least. But I guess going on from Al Hilal and the whole Neymar saga, I think we should go to the guys who are at the top right now.
There you go.
Yeah, you're back there. Al Ittihad.
I can't even hear you from up here, to be honest with you. It's kind of quiet. No, we had a good game. We played Al Fateh. We went 1-0 down. But to be fair, I did come back. I think Kante again, absolutely brilliant. Just the way he
the goal.
the way even the
And
goal,
the
like,
assist.
yeah, it's not even those. Just like I feel like for some reason, even at Chelsea and Leicester, he was really good in his pass, and he was very CDM like, but he has so much confidence to stay so high up the pitch, and it's a different side of him that you don't really get to see often when he was playing in Europe. So that is quite surprising. It's quite enjoyable to watch because I didn't realize how good he is on his feet. Because the way with the assist, the way he just knocks around the defender like he wasn't there after getting the ball, and then just cut in so quickly, the other defender was still running the other way, and then it was a good ball. It was a semi-decent ball into Romero. Romero tapped it in. So
Oh,
happy
that
days, man.
finish as well. The finish was
finish, though.
beautiful.
Oh,
Oh my god.
god. Oh. And the thing is, he worked to get that ball back as well. And you know, it was just like standstill.
When does Kante not work?
Yeah.
He's the epitome of a guy who works hard. That he's the opposite of Neymar. That's
Yeah,
one thing.
he just
If you put
Neymar
Kante's engine
Neymar
in
needs about
Neymar-
10% of Kante, and it would be like he'd
Should be enough.
problem solved.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It was a
that
beautiful goal.
goal.
And what got me the most is the way the ball just sat in the side netting. It didn't roll around. It just sat still, and Kante just went.
For me, it was a keeper. It was a
So
keeper. Like, my guy thought it was going out for a goal kick. I was going to go pick up the ball here. He just turned around and he's gone top bins, and he's like, "What's just happened?" That was a great goal. And I was also saying from Mourinho's finish as well from what the ball Kante game, where he's just like tapped it and just into the bottom corner. It was.
I feel like he's kind of like as a top ever goal scorer. Like, scored a lot of goals. I feel like it's quite standard for him to do. Like, he shouldn't be missing that anyway. To be honest with you,
not
at this point. And the game was a walk in the park, man. It's just similar like our last game. Literally, it was just an easy watch. Like, possession, dominant. He lost the ball. To be fair, they didn't lose the ball either, but the amount of passing and everything else, we kept the ball a lot as well. Just like last week as well, we kept the ball so much more passes, so much more cleaner. To be fair, they didn't lose the ball that much either, but we just dominated overall. So overall, just a stroll in the park. I'm just waiting for our next game against our Ali, because that's going to be
Is
a
your
big
next game
game.
Al Ali?
No. But our next game
Is
is
I think it's like Al Fire. Yeah.
Al Fayah. And then we'll play you after that. But that's our big game. That's the game we need to look forward to winning, because we already unfortunately lost to Al Hilal, right? So
Yep.
we can't have another
Yep.
loss.
Say that louder.
Yeah.
What's the score?
We lost to a team that's second in the league. So
We'll
when
be
we play,
back.
And we do have the King's Cup coming. Don't forget that.
yeah.
It's like the
So-
I guess you could call it the like the League Cup of Saudi.
I can't lie. I think the Saudi Pro League is so much more bigger than any of the cups they're in, because the top four, the PIF teams, are so well boosted up. It's so much more interesting to win the league now than it was in the last 2-3 years for Saudi leagues.
No, but
Yeah,
you would still want to
It's
win a
like-
cup.
I agree, but the league has a cup too. So
Yeah.
But these guys will be expected to be competing for all of the cups.
Yeah.
oh
It's
yeah,
not just. I mean, that they'll be expected to be competing for the Champions League, the Kings Cup, as well as the Saudi Pro League. So it's not. There's no doubt, that
yeah.
they will be up there. And I mean,
It's less
Yeah,
games a season as well, though, so they should have more rest. They should be more fit. It's not as heavily required to play like 2-3 games a week when they have
Yeah.
to. So it's not really a big issue for them. Hopefully, anyway.
And there are a lot of the teams do play in the capital. So even like traveling for those sorts of teams, it doesn't really require much. And there's a lot of shared stadiums as well.
Yeah. I do want to say one
No,
thing though about Jota, and how he was dropped from the squad after playing 5 league games. He was dropped from the official team squad, and he will no longer play. As it stands, he will no longer play another league game for us this season. Especially
Really,
because
So you spent £40 million on him.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
just for him to just leave now.
it was part of the
For what reason?
what Anthony said like 2-3 weeks, about 2-3 like episode 2, I believe it was, about the 8-player rule, 8 foreign players in the team. Al Ittihad had gone over, so he was dropped at the time. After the 5 games, he was dropped. Then Benzema got injured, so he hasn't come back in yet. And then Spurs wanted to buy him, so Santos said he wants to keep him, but he's looking like he's going to go to Spurs in January now. So we're not going to have him any. Basically, he's not going to be playing for us. He can play in cup games though, but not in the league. So until January, you probably won't see him again in the Al Ittihad game, which is quite sad because he did all right, to be honest.
I'm seeing reports that he's being investigated.
yeah.
He's not being investigated.
The
Al
transfer.
The whole transfer
Ittihad,
itself.
yeah. Al Ittihad on deadline day were meant to take him on loan, and it fell through because they couldn't negotiate who's paying what part of his salary. And it fell through, and apparently there's a lot of things behind it, and like the Spurs, something about Spurs as well, and everybody's getting involved, and like the club feel like they made the wrong signing. They want to know why and who and what issues around it were, like why he came to the club first of all, who picked him to come to the club if that's not what he wanted, and he's thinking to go to Spurs, and also why Al Ittihad didn't take him and what fell through there as well. So they had a lot of confusion, and it's only come out 2 weeks after the deadline finished. So they're going to try to start an investigation to see what went wrong. That's what they're calling it, to see what went wrong with the signing and what mistakes were made. So it's not really a big like official complaint. It's more of an internal sort of audit to see why they made that big mistake and what went wrong for them to improve for themselves. It's nothing
So
like no complaints.
They made a mistake in signing him. They never wanted him.
It's 50-50. Which club actually wanted a player? Like, I think a lot of signings were like based on names and what they thought they could bring, but why bring a player that didn't really want to come? It looks like he didn't really want to come because the Spurs manager and him at Celtic, they played a lot together. He came over Spurs, he went, and then Spurs got a new manager, and now he's saying stuff like, before he left he was saying big respect to him, I'll never forget what he done for me, all of this, all of that.
So he's twerking for Ange. He's twerking for Ange.
Yeah, basically. I think the payday got to him a little bit, to be honest, and now he's not liking it either. But Nuno's saying that he wants to keep him, so it's like, I don't actually know what's going to happen. We have to wait for a bit more information to come out, because Nuno's saying he does have interest for him to be in the squad, but then why not name him? Why drop him? It's a bit very controversial. So I think up until Jan, It'll
Yeah.
be something to monitor for me to like look into and just like watch. So
I
we'll
think,
see. Hopefully
I
he stays
think
though.
that
Yeah,
kind of shows just the
maybe he goes and
hierarchy.
Salah comes in. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
I
the
think
reason why he's going though, the big reason why you know he's going. Who was it? Who was injured? Perisic. Perisic is
Perisic.
injured. He's injured for the rest of the season apparently. So they need someone to come in and the wing to cover. So it's very likely he's gone, which is sad.
But I mean, it kind of shows the hierarchy of your club. Then it looks like Nuno doesn't really have the respect of the board just yet. If Nuno does want to play him, and they're saying he needs to be dropped from the squad, then
But it was his choice to drop him. It was his choice to drop
so
him.
he didn't want him then.
These are reports though, you know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly what he wants, but one report says this thing and there's another one saying this, so it's a bit of mix and match. But which I don't understand that all of that. Benzema's injured for an unforeseeable time. We don't know when he's going to come back. His injury return date has not been confirmed. He's still injured. So why sell someone that's coming for all that money? Has
Yeah,
shown
but
good
you
progress in
can't.
5 games.
But you can't mix and match the players you have in your registered squad like that.
Yeah,
you
they have
know,
to
just
register
with-
the squad
Yeah.
first.
They probably have to wait till January or something
That's
before
what I'm
they
saying.
can.
That's such a shame, though, isn't it? It's a terrible decision made by the club.
And
But somehow they're still top, so it's
Yeah.
not like it's affected anyone mentally or personally.
That is quite impressive. Without
For now.
Benzema,
Don't
yeah,
forget.
for
Yeah,
now
for
for sure.
now.
But that is a quite an impressive win against Fatih because it was a Slaven Bilic's team, isn't it? So you'd imagine they'll be
Yeah.
quite well drilled, and for you not to have Benzema probably your marquee signing, your talisman up front still come through with the win is quite impressive. But I hope that doesn't continue any longer, and you know the peace is restored with Hilal back up there. I hope.
Not if you keep starting Neymar.
Yeah.
Could be looking at a season
might-
similar to
yeah.
Ali.
I have faith Neymar will come back.
He'll have a crying fit next game.
To be fair, that's only one game. I feel like when players like Neymar come in, they motivate people around them. Like, oh, I'm playing with
No,
Neymar.
but it depends how
what,
he is around the place. If he's not loving it and he's just
He-
moping
he's loving
around,
it.
how is that
When-
going to motivate you?
I'd
But how do
advise
you know
everyone
he's
to go
loving it?
to-
You've just seen social media.
Yeah.
You don't know how he
okay.
is on a day to day.
Yeah, but why would you be there? Why would you? Unless you're trying to say Neymar was a fake person, but he was there. He was enjoying the day, enjoying the event, laughing with the whole squad. What, like, that's
And how long was that video?
Yeah, and I wouldn't take social
I wouldn't
media.
base it on a video because
So-
whoever's editing
social
the video,
media
they're going to
is-
put
yeah.
the best of Neymar.
But especially the
during that
club
day.
In my
official.
opinion, there isn't a reason outside of football. Neymar knows where he's going to and things like that. So there isn't a reason he would have known that prior to agreeing to go to Saudi. So there isn't a reason in terms of his personal life and anything that is related to football where he should be upset. If there's a disagreement between him and the manager's called him out in front of the whole team, and he knows that he is the most important person at the club, then that could be where, that's a clash of egos and things like that. So there's a possibility there. And that's the only thing I can see why he would have fallen out. But again, in my opinion,
you can overcome
then-
that.
if I was a manager of a club, I should be able to tell my player,
I
mate,
agree.
you played terribly. You need to fix up.
Yeah, but then
And
if Neymar does have that power, and let's say the manager goes, it sets a precedent that if a new manager comes in, he knows that okay, Neymar holds the power, so I can't drop this guy. I probably can't critique him how I want to. So you have to be careful. You just know that you're not the guy, and as a manager, I believe you should have the power.
And to be honest, the other funny thing is there'll probably be a lot of people looking at this going, "Oh, it's the way the Saudi Pro League is," but it's not just the Saudi Pro League. You see this in League One of PSG and all of the trouble that Mbappe has caused, or these big 3 players have caused to all the previous managers as well. So it's not unheard of that players having such high level of power, even with the things Ronaldo came out and said about Ralf Rangnick during the Man United era, the amount of players who've fallen out with people like Mourinho and things. So it's not the first time this has happened, but I guess for a growing league like Saudi Pro League, it's probably important as well to not set a precedent of that sort.
This is what I sort of was alluding to with Ahli, as in you guys have, I want to call it a balance of egos. We kind of have that, as whereas you guys have Ronaldo. I'd say he has the power in some ways, Neymar has that power and Benzema sort of has that. They can kind of, if they wanted to, they could take that power. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was kind of alluding to when I meant balanced. As in, I wouldn't say Mahrez doesn't strike me as the guy that would be like, oh, I would want the manager out or something like that. I don't think Kessié would have that power anyway. I can't see Firmino doing that. Obviously, I don't know these people, but
Yeah.
I say you're basing
No,
off like celebrity levels though, opposed to like what they're like and what they could say. You're basing that off fame.
but
of
a lot of
super-
footballers
like
have that. They
superstar
have
hierarchy.
that ego. But Neymar shows that. I think that he does show that, and I think he kind of makes it obvious. I believe everyone can see that as well. Is that he feels like he doesn't need to play amazingly because he knows that he'll play the next game. He knows that he probably won't get dropped, and he will have to, he has to play because they told him he will play because he's the superstar or whatever.
Yeah.
So he knows that he can drop a bit, and he has it in him to drop.
I think
which he
because he came
shows.
so late as well, it was hard. Like for players like Neymar, if he's not going to track back, you got to build a team around him that would do the work. And he came in so late, so they didn't have time to actually do that themselves. So it's not like if he's going to stay for long term, maybe build a team around him in January, get some players in to build a team around him, or even in the next transfer window. You know,
I think
You
we
say
can-
that, but they've pretty much filled their quota anyway, so I don't know what they can do.
I think
Yeah.
I think we could probably wrap up the Neymar conversation. We've gone on it for. I mean, we probably could talk about it all day. I mean, just my final remark again to that point where Gun's right. So right in terms of the balance aspect, we all have powerful players in our clubs, but Gams has probably got the least powerful. Probably why they're sitting sixth. Probably needs a powerful player somewhere.
Balanced.
Yeah, balanced in the table, keeping it mid.
balance to the table. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, well, we're joined with Al Nassr as well, so
Yeah,
it's
but
not looking too bad.
I don't hear.
I
you
guess
lot.
going forward, if we can give just one, I guess the next big game of the week, or next week at least, is the Al Ahli versus Al Ittihad game. You got the Jordan Henderson, which Gams is obviously a big fan of.
I think that's
coming
in 2
up
weeks.
against-
It's in
Is that
2
not
weeks, I
your
believe.
next game? I thought you were playing.
So
Ittihad
we got
next.
the King's Cup. Oh, and then we got Ittihad, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's, I
on
meant in the Saudi Pro
Saturday.
League.
Yeah.
In the Saudi Pro League, yeah.
And to be fair, Al Ittihad,
I don't know
think
why
they've
you're
kind of
asking
gone
him.
under the
He
radar.
supports you, Al Hilal, anyway. Probably not
I
know
should've-
about him.
yeah.
They've gone under the radar. Al Ittihad, man, they're sitting
Nah,
sitting
they-
fourth.
They've got Jesse Lingard in training. The amount of skills and checkers he can bring to that team. you
Jesse
got a big
Lingard in
chance.
training.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
training.
Just
He's just
Lingard's
training with
with them.
But for the
But he
first
trained
team,
with West
though,
Ham
so
last week, and he didn't sign for West Ham. Now he's just training.
So he's not signed to him. He's just
training.
going.
he's
Yeah.
got a 1 month training contract with them.
He just started 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I saw his Snapchat, and he flew out like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Fair
And
play
he's
to
gonna
he's,
him.
be-
currently, he's currently buying a watch. That's all I
He's
know.
gonna be motivating the team to come and be like, Al Ahly, they have nothing. You like just do this milli rock and you're good to go. And then
I'm quite surprised he didn't actually find a move to the Saudi Pro League anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess it's a great way of getting in, train with some guys, make some connections. You know what can come out of that.
It's like,
I think it'll be a great
I think
fit,
Al
man, to be
Ittihad is like it seems like a little England connection there with Gerard Henderson, and I feel like Lingard will kind of
Lingard.
fit in there as well. But
Does he
Come in
though?
as
Got
cab.
two proper
Come in as a
Liverpool
cab.
guys. Like, then
yeah,
Jesse
but I don't
Lingard-
think he looks at it as like a Liverpool guy. He looks at it just like English
Yeah,
counterpart.
I don't know.
Lingard
Lingard always struck me as like a United a United faithful. I couldn't see him. I
but
couldn't
I
see him
don't,
like look
I
up
don't
to
see how that
Gerrard or-
goes. I don't see how that goes against that.
No,
If
but
you-
that doesn't
It's a
matter. I
totally
think
different
if
club,
you-
country. I think when you're a manager and a player, you don't really say, "Oh, he's ex-Liverpool
To be-
player. I don't want to play for this club." And this is totally unrelated to Liverpool. This club.
Yeah, no. Of
And
course,
with all the conversations we've been having,
And-
it's a great place for him to.
Money.
But it's also a great place for him to restart his career. Look at it, because he would have seen all of these players come in and, be able to have the impact that they've had. People like, as I mentioned earlier, like Mane, Ronaldo, and so he knows that he can come back in, and he's a talented player. He's got his own kind of way of playing, and he will at some points, especially when Mourinho was there and stuff. He was one of United's best players as well. So he has the qualities in him. He just needs to show it on the pitch. And why not in the Saudi Pro League? He can definitely come out and do that. So I think the there's potential there, and obviously it's the fact that if he's training without Ittihad, he probably needs to also see how it will be playing in a different climate and all of those things. There's a kind of personal.
Even Damari Gray plays
impact
for
as well.
them. Musa Dembele, Henderson, Wijnaldum, and you got Gerrard as manager. I feel like he'll
Damari
fit in
Gray,
there
yeah.
probably within the three, whereas you probably have Lingard, Wijnaldum, Henderson. He can even play out wide, Lingard.
That'd be a
Yeah.
great squad. That'd be very competitive.
It seems very. It's got a little Premier League vibe to it.
Yeah, it has got from League Live to be fair, but mate, that's probably what Gerard's trying to create. In fairness, but I guess for that, what will be, because it is the biggest game of the next game week? What will be our predictions for the Al Ittihad game? So Al Ahli obviously having a few stumbling blocks. Al Ittihad, like you said, going under the radar. I'm actually probably, because you mentioned Damari Gray, I feel like our Ittihad might. I'm going Al Ahli. I'm going Al Ahli. I think Mahrez is too good. I think Firmino will click in. I think they need to get a win. The pressure's going to be on them. So I'm going to go 2-1.
I want to go 3-2. Again, we'll concede. I can't see a clean sheet. And I feel like generally in the Saudi Pro League, you don't really get many clean sheets. Like clubs don't really get many clean sheets. Yeah, I would say 3-2 to us.
3-2. What about Vish? What about you?
Al Ahly has scored more goals this season, right? So I do feel like it would be an Al Ahly game, but I believe Steven Gerrard is well more equipped to get the team in the right shape and the right better tactics to win. So I'm going to say 2-0 Al Ittihad.
Okay.
2-0.
I don't think they'll score.
That's
Ooh.
With
They've
that,
got a
I
shot.
don't know.
I'm
getting based on like
and we're playing at home, and we've got the best form at home.
I know, but I think 2-0.
We also have
I feel
Mendy.
like,
I don't know. It's a tough one.
like,
This.
honestly, I'm going
They've
for
got-
2-0. I think we'll be 2-0. I don't think
We'll come back to 2-0. We'll come back to 2-0 next week.
Yeah.
We'll definitely come back to 2-0.
We will be there.
We will. And you must show up.
Anthony, what about you? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with Al Ittihad. I think I just can't see with the defense, with the defensive problems Al Ahly have. I can't see them winning any games against any other top teams at the moment. It could change, but at the moment, I can't see it. And Al Ittihad, I want to say 3-1 Al Ittihad.
We'll come back to that one as well.
I've been waiting for you to come back and deliver on one of these comebacks, bro. Just one.
This is right.
Everything you said.
Joint points. You're acting like you're top of the league. The way you've been speaking.
I love it. Keep going. It's not like you are playing Al Ittihad this weekend.
You've been speaking on everyone.
Ittihad the weekend after.
And he keeps
Al Weda the weekend after, and then Al Hilal. Like, it's just a confidence I respect. Govinda, I respect that you have this much confidence, but it's just such a shame that your team will not be able to deliver. For now, and then we'll have this podcast next week, and then what are you going to say? Same league, we're in the same league, yeah, so we should be fine.
But then
I thought the fire between you two would have been in the preview last week, not that this will continue on after the game's themselves.
I'm just waiting for his excuses. If we go ahead of Al Nassr in the league, he's just going to be like, "Oh, wait till next week." He'll just keep saying, "Oh, wait."
And what are you going to say when you go below and you keep going 7th, then 8th, then 9th? Be like, "Oh yeah, but we are the most balanced team."
I mean, you were like 14.
If only they gave. This is like a 7-year-old beauty competition. Taking part don't give you trophies, bro.
And nor does goal difference.
Wow.
To be fair, he's got a point. You are fit. You're even in the top 4. That's quite.
There you go. Listen.
As I said, it's not how you start; it's how you finish.
But look at the points.
I think on that basis, I think we should also come to a finish, because you guys will go on all night, and I do appreciate.
Oh, this guy could go on all night, man.
Yeah, I feel like both can. You both got too much.
He is N'Golo Kante
so much energy for each other. But guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Do let us know in the comments what you thought of the podcast and what you thought on the topics. We've had a fair few results come in. Gans versus Anthony, or Al Ahly versus Al Nassr. that seems to be firing up. I reckon that's one for the season to behold. But do let us know what you guys think of Neymar, guys. I'm out. Till next week.